Coming up next, it's a UFC heavyweight division collision.
Right. Because he's going to give you so many things to think about, you will not be able to process and keep up with him, and eventually you're on the mat. It's unbelievable to watch him apply that knowledge to the mixed martial arts fight.
And as the wrestlers say, this is not a guy you want anywhere near your bracket.
No, you don't want him in the bracket.
All right, so here he is. He's got a gold medal at home, two-time unified heavyweight boxing champion, and now, with no shortage of fanfare, Anthony Joshua is crossing over into the UFC. He's bringing all those boxing skills with him. But what has he done to shore up some of the ground weaknesses that figure to be there? A lot of those questions are going to be answered here tonight. But the magnitude of this moment does not figure to be too big for Anthony Joshua. Hard tale of the tape for this heavyweight fight. So a more than 5-year gap between these two fighters when it comes to the age, with some differences in height and a similar reach. And now to get us started, here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a wrestler, holding a professional record of 5 wins, 3 losses. He stands 6 feet 3 inches tall, weighing in at 265 pounds. Fighting out of Regina, Saskatchewan, Canada. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the former UFC heavyweight champion, Brock Lesnar! And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a boxer, making his professional debut here tonight. He stands 6 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in at 237 pounds. Fighting out of London, England, Anthony Joshua. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Dan Mergliotta.
Dan Mergliotta, your referee.
You ready? Are you ready?
All right, so here we go. This highly anticipated fight is now underway. Looks like a classic matchup of striker versus grappler. Am I simplifying things too much?
In this instance, you aren't, because this is what got these two men to the show.
Right.
One guy is known for his diverse attack on the feet. The other guy is known for his ability to drag the fight to the mat and put his opponents in danger from the very start of the grappling exchanges. Big punch lands over the top. How's he gonna follow this one?
Quick entry here.
Nice single leg entry. Rotates ahead outside to a high crotch. Oh my God, he switched the lock to a high crotch, rotated him and took him for a ride. That was a big takedown. And now he has a headlock trying to pin his opponent's back down flat onto the mat. Look from the transition to an arm triangle to try to chase the finish. Watch triangle, watch triangle.
Postured up there, nicely done. Oh, his opponent squirming like a fish out of water now. The ground and pound is on point. This could very well be the beginning of the end.
This could be the beginning of the end. We've seen some really good ground and pound fighters. This young man, he's gonna try to take him down. There you go.
Oh, massive slam. That'll change the complexion of this one. Well, there are few things more fun to watch in mixed martial arts than these type of transitions and scrambles on the ground.
High-level grappling can really be entertaining.
All right, so he postures up here and now figures to rain down some ground strikes.
Yeah, the ground and pound will be aplenty from this position. Big, powerful punch land. Now we get back to range.
takedown defense. That double leg attempt looked like it might be good. He wasn't having it. Now connects with the right.
It's very tricky when he throws that body kick. Look at him chopping the wood. Chop the wood with those leg kicks.
And there comes the separation now. Quick level change.
Oh, he went single, rotate head outside, just keeps going for a ride. Oh, takes it for a ride. What a fantastic takedown.
So we crossed the 30-second mark in our opening
He got
round.
his foot on the hip, and now he's throwing up a triangle attempt. He's gonna try to move his left arm across to get pressure on the choke. There he is, he's moving to the finishing position. Now watch, he goes parallel right next to his opponent.
Oh, and there's the horn at the end of the round. How about this fight, folks? You see, he was nearly caught in a submission there right at the end of the round. Saved by the bell. So back to the stool. Mentally probably not in a great place here. We'll see if he can recover and get himself back into this fight. All right, so there's the end of the round. A lot of high-level action. And if you like the takedown game, as my boy Daniel Cormier does, you enjoyed that round.
It's like we're watching the NCAA wrestling tournament. It's takedown after takedown. He's fighting his fight. He's able to change levels, drive into his opponent, and secure takedown after takedown.
All right, so we'll see how it goes here in this round. Previous round, it was all him just taking his opponent down really every time he entered.
Yeah, every time he got in on a leg, he was able to secure a finish. And that is the idea you want as a wrestler going into a fight. If you have to change up the technique, it's fine. It's not always going to be the very first attack. When it's the first attack, you're very happy. But most times, you got to chain things together if you want to take down a great fighter.
And we know how hard it is to maintain the wrestling, right? The hours required in the gym to make sure that wrestling's still at a high level. He's putting in the time.
Yes, he's putting in the time. And also, you see it in his movement. When he gets to an attack, he's constantly shifting positions. He's constantly moving his opponent. He's constantly trying to give him too much information to process.
Right.
And that comes from a lifetime of wrestling. If he just started this, it would be very difficult to trick his opponent. But now, by giving him so many different looks, oh, you gotta watch him attacking submissions. He throws the legs up to try to get a triangle choke here.
Then he's out. Close guard. Oh, nicely done there as he escapes back to his feet. Well, he's really picked up the pace here in round two. Much more aggressive. It's there, DC.
He landed that massive shot. Now he needs to try to find the next shot, the follow-up shot that will finish the fight.
Oh! Looks like he's trying to set up a takedown here. There's the attempt.
Nice. Look at how he turned his hip into that leg kick.
Blocks the shot.
Double leg shot.
Oh, how about the slam there? That one cannot feel good. All right, so you got to be careful playing on the ground with this.
He's going to start trying to move to a submission here. It looks like he's trying to attack the arm triangle. Watch triangle, watch triangle. He needs to push the arm to the side, get his head against the mat. Now watch, as he goes to the finish, watch it.
And he's out. Working off of his back here. Looks like he may try to hip escape. Close guard. All right, so inside the open guard of his opponent. You got to be careful playing around for too long here on the ground with this guy. I love watching this guy move on the ground. Another nice transition there.
Such a high-level grappler. You don't see that very often.
And the horn sounds on round two. All right, so a big knockdown for him, courtesy of that punch in that round. DC, here's a replay.
Big moment in the previous round. They were both fighting very well. But when he landed this punch right here that sits his opponent down, it showed that the power is not equal. And if he can land, he does have the ability to damage him.
Third round underway. Beautiful hook.
Straight punch lands.
Well, he hasn't really showed any signs of slowing down tonight. He continues to connect on a high volume of strikes here. All right, well, both fighters pretty comfortable on the ground, DC, but you got to be very careful hanging out here for too long if you're his opponent. Both fighters get up now. Got the single collar tie. Unable to connect there. Blocks the shot. Lunges forward with a left hook. Lands, and maybe time to get the bonus checks ready.
I mean, this fight is about done. He's got him hurt very bad with his head kick. Now he has to find one more strike to end the night.
Man, isn't it fun to watch this dude work on the mat?
He's unbelievable how fluid he is in his motions on the mat.
Oh, looks like he's transitioned to an armbar.
You cannot stay in the guard of these great jiu-jitsu guys. He's attacking armbar now.
Posturing up now, nicely done. All right, bottom fighter here, maybe looking to hip escape, DC. Ground and pound strike is true. Well, anytime you are in a ground fighting situation with this fighter, you're potentially playing with fire. Good movement by him here, transitioning very well on the ground tonight.
Step for step, he's staying with his opponent in every transition.
Close guard.
Got his guard pass.
Outstanding ground and pound here. Somewhat of a lost art in MMA, at least in terms of making sure that every strike counts. Not an issue for him.
He's making every single one of them count. He is not pity-patting. He's not touching. Every punch that lands, he wants you to feel it.
Oh, he's got the ground and pound going now. Joshua gets back up, back into his comfort zone. And just misses with that big right hand.
Right hand punch in the clinch.
Well, he is really starting to apply a lot of pressure here down the stretch. Not as much offense earlier in the fight. He is making up for lost time now. Oh, and he connects with a punch there, DC. You gotta like what you're seeing this one.
I mean, the speed at which he throws is crazy.
What a fight! All right, so a close competitive fight throughout. It goes the distance. Maybe a slight striking edge on one side, and perhaps that'll be enough for him to get the knee.
I mean, he's got to hope, right? He's got to hope that what he did, those exchanges where he came out in front, was enough to earn him the victory. This is a very, very close fight, and I'm interested to see who gets the decision.
Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. For the winner by split decision, Bron